welcome to the final episode of Swashbucklers. Now, you might be just a little bit sad that it is our last one. You might feel the need to find a flag and snuggle up in it like it's a blanket and grab a parrot and give it a nice little cuddle and find a bandana and dab those tears away and blow your nose. But do you know what? There's absolutely no need. There's no need to be glum, but lots of reasons to have fun. Let me show 5 with you now. Reason number 1 not to be glum is that we're back on Sunday. We're going to be here at 10:30, and as part of our online service will be a marvellous matey mashup where we'll show photos and videos of the week and announce some of the winners to our competition. We'll tell you more about that later, but keep it in mind, reason number 1. Reason number 2 not to be glum is it's not just on Sunday we'll be back, but we'll be back in the coming weeks and months. We're going to run other events like this, so keep your eyes peeled. Reason number 3 is in the meantime, all Swashbucklers episodes are going to remain on YouTube. So you can watch them again and again and again. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up button or press subscribe so you can see what comes out when. Reason number 4 is that we still have an action-packed, fun-filled morning ahead. Now, you may have missed that countdown once again with a glimpse of what's happening, but I'm pretty sure you can name some of our activities. You ready? We've got our crafts, we've got our games, we've got our competitions, we've got our challenges, we've got our prizes, we've got our Bible story, we've got our drama, we've got our quiz, we've got even more than that. Whew! I need a breath, so I'm stopping. Okay, and reason number 5 is today we've got an extra special competition thrown in because it's our last day. Let me tell you about it. There are going to be lots of golden coins hidden on my pirate ship, and you need to keep track of them, counting how many. Don't worry, if you lose count, you can always rewind at the end and add up again and then email in your answer to me by 6 p.m. And the first person to get in, you know what I'm going to say, will get a prize. That is fantastic, isn't it? It's so exciting. I'm going to do a jig of joy, I think. Actually, I don't think, and in fact, I know definitely not. I'm not going to do a jig of joy. I think let's move on quickly to the Galleons Gallery. Great effort once again on the sheets, guys. And it's so good to look back and see some of the crafts you've done earlier on in the week. And now, check out these pirates. Some of them are friendly, some of them are fearsome, and all of them are fantastic. Keep them safe and remind yourself when you see them around the house that we made these to remember that God loves all people. Well done, Swashbucklers. Some great efforts there. Now, we're going to be showing more of those in our marvellous matey mashup on Sunday. So keep filming, keep snapping, and keep sending in the next 24 hours. We'd love to see them. As you know, each day, some of my motley crew have been competing to see who is the best buccaneer. Now, after 5 days at sea, this ship is looking pretty shabby. And so I thought I would get Fishomi, Fisayo and Ruben to tidy it up. They have got the challenge of racing with a peg leg, scrubbing the decks and then throwing the rubbish into the bucket on the poop deck. The question is, who has the most success? Well, before we watch it, let me give you a spoiler. One of them bombs. Reuben. Well, nice for Reuben. 1 is what the landlubber for Shobi got. Could you beat him? I'm pretty sure you could. Why not have a go? And don't forget, you can always film it and send it in. Or perhaps you'd prefer to have a go at this game at home.
Welcome back to the 5th and final challenge. Now this one's called a teacup. Now what you need to do is you get yourself one of these beautiful little tea bags. Now I'm not really very fussed about this. I prefer a bottle of rum or a bit of whiskey or something like that. But for this game you need yourself a tea bag and a cap. Everyone's got one of those with a peak on the front. Now what we need to do is I might need a bit of a haircut for this game, so just bear with me. Right, put your cap on, place your tea bag on the floor, and you've got to basically get your tea bag on the top of your cap before the opposition. Okay, here we go. It's quite a tricky game, so bear with us. And I can't always do this one, so on 3, 2, 1, here we go. As you can see, it's pretty difficult. Oh, have I done it? I'm victorious! Well done, and thank you for taking part.
Oh, well, as you can see, that is not the easiest game, but it's great fun and very satisfying, apparently, when you've completed it. Now, in the bit of the Bible we're looking at today, we're going to see that there is the most amazing, satisfying ending, or even a beginning to God's story. Let's watch right now.
I am so glad you're back, because we have reached the most amazing part of our story. We have learned about God who made a world and a people to be his, to rule like he rules, with love. But those people, us, well, we ruined the whole thing by ignoring God's rule and trying to run the show our way. Back at the start, the world was cursed. And since the beginning, men and women were waiting for the one that God promised, the one who would fix what was broken and bring God's people back to him. And we met him, Jesus, the Son of God, the promised rescuer. Did yesterday's story turn out how you would have imagined? Surely God's rescuer should beat all his enemies, win the day. But he was killed under God's judgment for things he didn't even do. He opened a way back to God for people who don't deserve it, but he died to do it. The sun went down and Jesus' body was put in a tomb made of rock, and it seemed like the story would end there. A few days later, it was early in the morning, some women, Jesus' friends, they came to visit the tomb. Now, they were walking through the garden and came to the tomb, and what's this? The stone that covered the entrance. Someone rolled it away? But who could even do that? It was huge. They walked closer, slowly. Their brains were spinning as they tried to work out what was going on. And suddenly someone was there. Like a man, dressed in white. It was God's messenger, an angel. "Don't be alarmed," he said. "You are looking for Jesus who was killed, but he has risen. He's not here. See the place where he was laid? Now, go and tell the disciples. You will see Jesus again, just as he promised you." This wasn't the end. This wasn't the end of the story at all. Death wasn't the end, because Jesus came back to life. Death is defeated and the victory is won and the curse is turned back. In fact, far from being the end, this is a whole new beginning, a new start, new life, free from the punishment that people deserve. I've got to say it again, this really happened. You can go and read about it yourself. Jesus was a real man who really lived a perfect, powerful life and who really died before really coming back to life. It was planned from the beginning so that God could have a people that could share his love and power and glory. But it's not automatic. See, some people, even back then, they couldn't or wouldn't believe that Jesus was the one who could save them. This is a free gift from God, love and acceptance when we deserve punishment and rejection. But you do need to take it. You do need to realise that you're in trouble and that you need Jesus as your saviour, as your God. It's free. Jesus has done it all, and living as one of God's people is the best thing. But you will have to live as one of God's people, have to rely on his rescuer and not what you think you can do. And if you do that, well, it will change things in your life. So is that the end of the story? Well, no, not quite yet. We're still here, aren't we? We are God's people living under his rule, saved by his son Jesus. So where's it all going? Well, elsewhere in the Bible, God gives us a little glimpse, and it is a perfect end to the true story. We read about a throne, the seat of a king, and we see God and Jesus, his son, the saviour of his people. Let me read for you. No longer will there be any curse. The throne of God and of the Lamb will be in the city, and his people will serve him. They will see his face, and his name will be on them. There will be no more night. They will not need the light of a lamp or the light of the sun, for the Lord God will give them light, and they will rule forever and ever. Well, that's it. Or at least, that's the start. Because if you've listened closely, if you've understood what God has been saying to us, then you'll know that this could change your entire life. The best stories, the true stories, always do. Please keep finding out more.
Found the treasure, found the treasure, found the best treasure there be. Found the treasure, do you want some? Then listen now to me. Do you want some of the treasure that Adam was talking about in the story? The treasure that never breaks, never disappoints, never runs out. The treasure of being God's forgiven forever friend. Want it? Well, how do you get it? Do you know what? The clue is in our song we've been singing all week. In the song it tells us we can have that treasure if we trust in Jesus, if our faith's in him. That just means, do you believe that Jesus is God's perfect, promised, powerful son? That he died in your place and rose again, proving that death is beating and everlasting life can be ours? Well, if you believe it, then you just need to accept the gift of a treasure that Jesus offers. And he gives it to us, even though we don't deserve it. How incredible is that? I think we should sing our song one last time, don't you? Why not get a grown-up to film you as you're going for it big time? I want minds blown. I want bodies aching. I want voices loud.
Don't it blow your mind to see the awesome kind of love our Father has got? Don't it rock your world to know you can be called a child of a powerful God? Don't it blow your mind to see the awesome kind of love our Father has got? Don't it rock your world to know you can be called a child of a powerful God? For that is what you are if you trust in Jesus. That is what you are when you're faith in him. Don't it blow your mind to see the awesome kind of love our Father has got? Don't it blow your mind, 1 John 3:1. Don't it blow your mind? Don't it blow your mind, 1 John 3:1. Don't it blow your mind? Don't it blow your mind to see the awesome kind of love our Father has got? Don't it rock your world to know you can be called a child of a powerful God? That is what you are if you trust in Jesus. That is what you are when you're faith in Him. Don't it blow your mind to see the awesome kind of love our Father's got? That is what you are if you trust in Jesus. That is what you are when you're faith in Him. Don't it blow your mind to see the awesome kind of love our Father's got?
Totally smash that. Big well done. I just hope you didn't smash anything else in the process. In fact, I'm going to drop my sword to make sure I don't cause any damage. Now, today we have heard that one day Jesus will come back as King, and anyone who is trusting in Him will be with Him forever, in a place where there's no tears or tiredness, no sickness or death. How fantastic is that? It really is the greatest treasure. So we're going to make something to help us remember that now.
Great parrot, always getting into trouble, always doing daft things. That's why I call her Folly Polly. Ha! What's a parrot's favourite piece of food? Pieces of skate. Ha! What do you call a parrot whose wooden leg gets stuck in a freezer? Show me timbers. What do you call birds who stick together? Velcros, me hearties, Velcros. Ha!
How are you getting on searching for the gold coins? Have you found many yet? What, 1, 2, 3, oh yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7. Have I confused you? Well, keep on counting, and don't forget you can always rewind at the end and watch back and count again. But Ian and Sarah in today's quiz are going to be searching for golden coins of their own. Now, Ian has won 2 quizzes so far, and Sarah's won 2 quizzes so far. So whoever wins today doesn't just win for the day, but for the week as well. Whose team are you on? Team Ian or Team Sarah's? Well, let's play the quiz with them and see if we can have a faster finger on the buzzer now. Question 1. On the Sunday, very early in the morning, where did the ladies go? Sarah.
To see Jesus' tomb.
To see Jesus' tomb. You have 3 seconds to find as many gold coins as you can. Are you ready? Steady, go! Question 2. When the ladies got to the tomb, they made a few surprising discoveries. Tell me 2 of them. Ian.
They found that Jesus wasn't there and there was an angel there.
Correct, the angel was there, but there was no body. Ian, you've got 3 seconds to collect as many gold coins as you can. Go! Question 3. The angel told the ladies to go and tell who that Jesus was alive. Ian.
The disciples.
The disciples, especially Peter. Okay, Ian, you've got 3 seconds again. Go. Question 4. Because of what Jesus did when he came back to life, we know when he returns again that there will be no more, Sarah,
Crying or pain.
no more crying or pain. That's right, he has defeated it all. Sarah, you have got 3 seconds to go on your treasure hunt. Are you ready? Go. Final question. Adam said, even though this is the end of our time at Swashbucklers and the end of the Bible, it is actually the what? Sarah.
Beginning of a new world, new way of life.
Yeah, beginning of a new way of life, beginning of a new world. Sarah, are you ready? How many have you got?
3, 4, 5, 6,
9.
And Ian?
7.
7. So today's winner is Sarah, and the week's winner is Sarah with 3 quizzes to 2. It is time for our final episode of Jimmy and the Pirates of Peril. That's right, we have been following Jimmy's adventures as the week has gone on, and he has made some daft choices. We saw on day 1 how he chose to ignore the commands of the king and went with the pirates instead. After rowing off on their ship, he then ended up going overboard and surrounded by sharks. However, on day 3, we saw that amazingly the King's Navy ship rescued him and then put him safely ashore on a desert island, whilst the ship's boy had to walk the plank in Jimmy's place. Yesterday it looked like a happy ending was on the way. Jimmy used his map to navigate round the island and find the treasure. But then the pirates reappeared. What will happen next?
Wow! I found the treasure! Ha ha! Landlubber scum! You puts that banana down now over there. And steps she slowly away from that there treasure chest of mine. Ha ha! Here it is, boy. That treasure chest be here. Ha ha! Who put that there lobster there again? Get rid of it! And make it snappy! Ah! Ha ha! There she goes.
Treasure inside of her.
No, you idiot, inside the chest.
But that chest is inside us.
I'm going to go to that Cutlass retail outlet store now. I hear the prices are slashed.
Yes! We can get all the golden nuggets we want.
But our milk's gone off.
Oh, would you stop being such a sourpuss?
Quit your belly aching, you bill drabs. It's time we opened that there treasure chest.
In the name of the king.
You! Who are you, boy, to try and stop me? You're just some jumped up ship's boy.
He's the prince. He's the king's son.
Prince? Prince?
Prince?
Purple rain, purple rain. Didn't you hear him? He says he's the prince.
Yes, and as the son of the king, I arrest you for piracy at seas.
Attack!
Charge! Take that! And that! And that! And take that again!
Have it! We'll get you for this, you scurvy scums!
Thank you. That's twice you've rescued me, but how did you know where to find me? Well, see that map you're holding? I wrote it and sent it to you in a bottle, hoping that you would find it. Me? But why? So you could find the treasure. I think it's time you open the chest, Jimmy. Wow! A real Navy uniform! Does that mean... Do you mean... Yes, you can join the King's crew.
Cruise? Did you hear that? Cruise! I've always wanted to go on a cruise. All that sightseeing and sunbathing.
No, you idiot! He said the King's crew, not the King's cruise. But anyway, could I join it too?
Yes, anyone can join the King's crew. All you have to do is exchange your pirate clothes for these uniforms. Thank you so much. That's the best treasure I've ever received. Whoopee!
That's amazing, isn't it? Jimmy can join the King's Navy even though he was disobedient. And so can the scallywags Flotsam and Jetsam. In fact, anyone. Now I wonder, does that remind you of anything? Well, why not have a ponder as you make and munch your treasure chest? Or perhaps you want to choose to go wild in the aisles, or your lounge, or your garden, or the park as you make the greatest music video ever of our theme shanty. Get your parents involved and your pets and your teddies and send it in because there are prizes to be won. Or why not take the Motley Crew challenge and scrub the decks and even tidy up at the same time? Or perhaps you want to have a go at the Tea-Cat challenge. Remember, it's a toughie, but why not let us know how you get on? So many choices. What are you going to do? I've got it. What you need to do is do them all. I mean, it's the last day after all, so why not? And do the 2 competitions as well. That's right, there's a competition of let me know how many gold coins you've managed to count on my ship as the episode's gone on. You can always rewind and rewatch and recount if you want before sending in your answer. And then there's a competition to do with the hankies you got in your pack. What I want you to do is on the hanky either design a flag or a bandana. Now it can be a pirate's flag or it could be one for the King's crew or one for your family. It's up to you. Or a bandana with patterns and swirls and pictures and writing. Again, totally up to you. There's plenty of ideas on our Pinterest board, but do have a go and do send in your photographs. Now, talking about competitions, we need to find out whose yesterday's winner was for our tickets to Gulliver's. Let's have a look at some of the treasure map entries now. Just look at how brilliant these are. I love the fact that I now know where Bear Cave is and how to find Unicorn Land. And I really do need to do a special shout out to Joshua. Your coding on your map is awesome. Well, choosing a winner from your entries was super hard because your maps were just great. So in the end, I have picked 2 winners. Let's have a drum roll. The winners of our treasure map competition getting tickets to Gulliver's Kingdom are Alicia and Kez! So there we have it. This ship is about to sail one last time. But before it does, we need to say thank you. Thank you to you guys for tuning in each day. You have been brilliant. We have had so much fun watching your videos and reading your comments and looking at your photos. Thank you for that and keep them coming. We hope that you have enjoyed Swashbucklers as much as we have. And the great news is you can keep on enjoying it as the videos are going to remain up on YouTube. In fact, why not tell your friends about Swashbucklers? Maybe they've been away this week or didn't know already. Well, why not pass it on? And they can watch it next week, or the week after, or the week after that. We'd also love it if you keep on singing the Bean Shanty. And keep an eye out for different opportunities to join us again in the coming weeks and months. We will keep you informed about the different things we're organising. Of course, there's the opportunity to join us on Sunday on this very channel at the later time of 10:30. We're going to be having our marvellous Matey mashup with a huge montage of photos and videos from the week, as well as finding out who won the family quiz and the family treasure hunt. All that's to come. But now, my smashing swashbucklers, my crazy crew, my brilliant buccaneers, and my prize-deserving pirates, it is time for me to bid ye farewell. And heave ho, heave ho, heave ho, and away I go.
If you thought you might have the virus, you'd get it checked out, wouldn't you? If you didn't have it, that would be really good news. If you did have it, well, that would be significant and possibly life-changing. It's something important that you've got to look into and know for sure. The claims of Christianity could be the best news you ever get, and are so significant that they could change your life. But you would need to find out for sure. I'd like to invite you to explore online every Wednesday night in September.